Okay, so we also have this one. In this topic, all you need to know is how to solve simultaneous equations and apply them correctly, because almost everything we do in additional mathematics, as far as this topic is concerned, requires the use of simultaneous equations. Of course, the application part of it. So here we have in an AP, the sum of, by the way, this is 2024 GCE question 7. So in an AP, which is an arithmetic progression, the sum of the first 12 terms, let me just write the data down. The sum of the first 12 terms is 282. I've written it down. And the sum of the first 14 terms, is 357. And then find the seventh term. So find the seventh term. What is the seventh term? So since this one is an AP, we can write this one in terms of the formula for the sum of an AP. And by the way, the sums of this and this, an AP and the GP, are always provided. So the sum of the first 12 terms is given by, let me just write the formula for the sum of the nth term. So this would be n over 2, and then square brackets, you have 2a plus n minus 1d. So now the sum of the first 12 terms will be given by, you can put a 12 there, over 2. A is unknown, so you write it as an A, but n is known. Remember, n is 12, so you can say 12 minus 1. D is unknown. Yeah, so we write that. But we know that S sub 12 is equal to this. Remember, the sum of the first 12 terms is 280. So we can say 282. And then this one into that is a 6. And then we can have 2a. 12 minus 1 is 11d. And then I think 6 can go into this. So I'll reduce my equation by dividing both sides by 6, just to make it easier for me. So 6 into 28, I think 6 can go into 24, 5, is it 4 times? Yeah, 4 times, remainder 4. Then 6 into 42, that's 7, I think. And then this is equal to 2a plus 11d. And then this one will be our equation 1. And then we can use this to find our equation 2. And then we can solve the two equations simultaneously to find the value of a and d. Once you find the value of a and d, then finding the seventh term will be porridge. Okay, so using this, we can say the sum of the first 14 terms is given by 14 over 2 square brackets 2a plus, this will be 14 minus 1d, we close. And then again, we know that the sum of the first 14th term, or s sub 14, is equal to 572. So you can just substitute this one in there and say 357 is equal to this one into that, this is 7, and then we have 2a plus 14 minus this is 13d, I think. Yes. And then I'll make it easier for myself again. Instead of expanding this and making the numbers bigger and much harder to work with, I'll simply divide both sides by 7, because I know that 7 can go into this number. So once I do this, then the numbers will be reduced this side. In fact, even this side. So 7 into 35, this is a 5. 7 into 7, this is a 1. So now I have my equation 2. So I can solve these two equations simultaneously. I want to put this one on top so that I avoid negative numbers. It really doesn't matter where you put it. You can put it here and subtract, deal with the negative numbers. It's okay. So now 51 minus 47 would be a 4, I think. Yeah, that's a 4. Then this minus this is 0. And then 13d minus 11d, this would be 2d. So to solve for d, you simply divide both sides by 2. And then your d will be equal to 2. And then to solve for a, you can pick any of the two equations the way you used to pick in grade 9, I think. So you have 47. I'll pick this one because the numbers are smaller. 2a plus 11. My d here is 2. So regardless of your abilities, it's better to pick the easiest equation here, because you don't want to give yourself extra work when you can just solve it in an easier way. So this times this will be 22, and then you can take this one to the other side, and then that will be 47 minus 22 is equal to 2a. And then 4 minus 2 will be 2, 7 minus 2 will be 5. And then we have this. Divide both sides by 2, and your a is equal to 25 over 2. So are we done? Nope. We still have to find the 7th term. So to find the 7th term, you have everything you need. It's just a matter of a bit of substitution. So we can simply, let me just write down what we have so far. A is equal to 22 over 7, and then D is equal to 2, and then we want to find the 7th term. Yeah, so the 7th term or the nth term of an AP, remember this is an AP, is given by A plus n minus 1 D. So now to find the 7th term, you can just put the value of A here, which is 22 over 7 plus our n is 7 minus 1, our D is 2. So we have 22 over 7 plus this minus this is 6 times 2, this will be a 12. And then you can find the common denominator, which is a 7. 7 into 7 is 1. Multiplied by 22, this will be 22. Then 1 into 7 is 7. Multiplied by this will be plus 7 by 2, that would be a 14. 7 by this, that would be a 7. So I think this will be 84, if I'm not mistaken. And then when you add these two numbers, you have 2 plus 4, this will be a 6. This plus this, that will be a 10 over 7 as your 7th term. Okay, so part B is saying the first, second, and third term of a GP are y plus 5, y and y minus 4, respectively. Calculate the value of y and then calculate the common ratio. So, like I said in the introductory video, when you have terms like this, y plus 5, y, and y minus 4, and these are consecutive terms, it means they have a common ratio called r. So to get that common ratio, you divide this. You can say y divided by y plus 5. This is equal to r, or you can say y minus 4, this one, divided by y. This is also equal to r. So using this information, we can easily solve for r and y. And what else? The first question wants you to solve for y. So all you need to do is you can treat this as your equation 1, and then this will be your equation 2. Remember, they have a common ratio, which is an r. So when you divide this by this, you get the same answer as for someone who divides this by this. So I can just equate this to this. Y over y plus 5 is equal to, I've just substituted this there, like this, and then you can cross multiply and solve for y. So y times y will be y squared, and this times this will be y plus 5, y minus 4. So we have y squared, y times y, this is y squared, y times negative 4, this is negative 4y. 5 times y is 5y, and then 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. So now we can put all the like terms together. This is not even a quadratic equation. So you can bring all the y terms this side. You have a y minus y. So as you can see, these two are subtracting. And then this plus this is simply a y. Okay, let me just take it one step at a time. And then I bring the 5 this side. Then I'll leave the negative 20 on the other side. So this minus this is 0. 4 minus 5y, this will be negative. Y is equal to negative 20. So this means our y is equal to 20. And you are done for part A. The value of, which is asking you to find the value of y. And then to find the common ratio, you already have these two equations. You can use any of them. You can either use this or you can use this. For me, I think okay, so to solve for r, you can simply substitute this in there. So we know that y is equal to 20. Y is equal to 20 plus 5. This is equal to r. And then this will be 20 over 25 is equal to r. When you reduce this, in fact, this is the value of r. You just have to reduce it. So when you reduce it using a 5, I want to write it in fraction form. This will be 4, this is a 5. So this is our r, this is our y, and you are done.